Hello, I'm Helen Atkinson, Senior Editor at Supply Chain Brain, and I'm here today with Akash Gupta, who is co-founder and CTO of GreyOrange. Welcome, Akash.
Thank you.
Tell me, what does it take to make a successful fulfillment platform? What does that look like?
Yeah, so I think as we have been working with a lot of customers on, what does a fulfillment platform really need to meet the needs of the modern commerce, I would say the top three things would be the different nodes in the network needs to be network aware. So they are taking decisions not just from their perspective, but from overall network perspective, right? And then execution within different nodes of the network needs to be real time, as well as closed loop, which means that you have taken a decision, you're taking the feedback, and then I would say improving things on that. So network aware and real time is the first aspect of it.
Right.
Second aspect of it that each of these nodes, you should be able to orchestrate people, robots, conveyors, all of that together, right? Because we're still in the phase of the automation where still all of these things need to come together for your warehouse to perform really, really well, right? So second aspect, again, just summarizing, needs to be that people, robot, and different hardware needs to all come together and work together.
Right.
Third aspect, which I think is super important, is that all the nodes need to be omni-channel, right? Because today there's so much channel mix and changes that are happening that nodes need to be omni-channel. So you got to be using your omni-channel fulfillment centers for that, but you also need to be using your retail stores for that. So at the end of the day, whichever nodes have inventory, they all need to be omni-channel so that you can make sure that your demand is getting fulfilled from whatever is the best location, right? And hence making sure that you are handling things real time, you're making sure that people, robots, all are together coming and getting orchestrated, and you're handling all channels from the all nodes. So I think those are three core aspects. If different nodes of a fulfillment network has, that can really make a fulfillment platform very, very successful.
Great, and when you say nodes, you don't just mean locations where inventory is. You mean like stations in the warehouse, or maybe you could explain a little bit?
When I see nodes, it's literally any kind of physical location where you are doing anything, right? And again, earlier we used to call warehouses, but now that doesn't cover everything. You have micro fulfillment centers, you have dark stores, you have omni-channel fulfillment centers, distribution centers. So how we talk today is that any of these inventory location is a node.
Is a node,
and then those nodes need to be connected and omni-channel in nature.
Right, that's very important. So, we're seeing so many point solutions in the warehouse and distribution centers and dark fulfillment centers and whatever. How does it all come together? How do you manage across all these nodes?
Yeah, so I think all these point solutions are very relevant, right? But it's very, very important that the kind of software solutions that customers are bringing in, right? They are able to orchestrate multiple of them, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that there is one layer, right? That is being able to orchestrate different type of technologies, right? Because else what will happen is you're literally adopting these point solutions, and then they are not going to be connected, and hence you're not going to get the right output. So I think there are going to be two layers of technologies that you will see at the as we move forward. One layer is which is all about multi-robot orchestration, multi-agent orchestration, capability to integrate all of these different technologies and orchestrate, and then there will be point solution. So I think that's how it's all going to come together. We're going to have layer of software, and we can call it WES or multi-agent orchestration. Again, I think the names are still getting matured and things like that, right? But I think that's how it's going to get together. It's going to be a combination of multi-agent orchestration software layer, which is going to take these point solutions and bring all of it together for particular applications.
So you're really orchestrating data, essentially.
Yeah, you're orchestrating inventory, you're orchestrating agents, and you're orchestrating work. So those are the three core aspects that you're orchestrating.
Right, thank you for clarifying. So tell me a little bit stores and micro-fulfillments, and I heard somebody yesterday mention nano-fulfillment centers. There's so many different things going on. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So I think all of these aspects are all about how do you make sure that you can reach to the customers faster, without
Yes.
burning a lot of money in the transportation, right?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, next day deliveries, same day deliveries are becoming the needs of the modern commerce, and then all of these micro fulfillment centers and dark stores are basically repurposing the real estate that retailers would have,
Yes.
which are very close to the customer, and storing basically the inventory that is being is very popular, right? And storing that inventory there, so that for that set of inventory they can offer a much better SLAs, and then these can be small centers, so they are not taking a
Yes.
real estate in cities, because that's where you need them. So it's all about running a very efficient small operation in the real estate, which is very closer to the customer, by repurposing, for example, one of the customers that we worked with, right, we converted a full store, right, where couple of floors of that store became dark store, right, which means that there were no people that were coming to them, and there were inventory and there were robotics and things like
Yes.
that, and the ground floor was still a walk-in place, right?
Right.
So basically repurposing some of these stores into a combination of, I would say, mini fulfillment centers,
Yes.
and while keeping some part of the store open to the to the customers.
Right.
That's the trend that's coming along, and I believe that's going to be very useful for retailers to
Sure.
really kind of do these kind of SLAs for themselves without spending a lot of money on transportation.
Right, and it's really technology that enables that to
Absolutely,
happen. Right.
absolutely.
Thank you very much, Akash, for explaining that to us. Now we're going to talk a little bit about GreyOrange and how it actually works and helps companies to achieve orchestration within distribution centers and other nodes.
Sure. So when you look at GreyOrange portfolio, there are three core aspects of GreyOrange portfolio, right? There's a core software that's Grey Matter, which is all about intelligent orchestration, real-time orchestration within the warehouses, right?
Yes.
Or within different types of nodes, right? And today we run fulfillment centers that are omni-channel fulfillment centers, literally shipping 500,000 units a day,
Wow.
to dark stores which are like literally shipping 10,000 units a day, right? To click and collect centers which are shipping 500 units a day, right?
Right.
So Grey Matter basically has capability to flexibly kind of adapt into any of these different types of fulfillment nodes, and then it gives flexibility through the second portfolio, which is Certified Range and Network, which is basically a collection of different robotic technologies, right? It is robotic technologies from GreyOrange, but 4 years back we opened Grey Matter to be integrated with different robotic technologies, so likes of Vicarious, Fetch, HAI robotics. So we have all these different technologies seamlessly integrated with Grey Matter. So within our portfolio, you can choose Grey Matter, which can adopt to a micro fulfillment center, and you can say, this micro fulfillment center I'm going to use tote to person, and you can find a robotic technology within Certified Range and Network which would work with it, right? The third part of the portfolio is a software application called G-Store, which is all about how do you handle retail stores and make them as omni-channel fulfillment nodes, right? Because at the end of the day, for large retailers, that's a very large asset they have, right? Other than warehouses. So G-Store basically helps them to kind of convert their stores into small omni-channel fulfillment nodes,
Right.
but also enhance the experience of the people that coming in through different IoT device and technologies. So these are the three portfolios that we today have, and that's how we have been working with very large retailers, helping them to define how does their fulfillment network strategy is going to look like, and giving them a core platform that can help them to adopt automation quickly and also get to the true omni-channel nature of the supply chain very quickly.
Great, wonderful. Thank you very much for
Thank you so much for
clarifying
having
that
me
for
here.
us. I've been talking to Akash Gupta, co-founder and CTO of GreyOrange. Thank you for watching.